What is going on, everyone? Drag here. Due to hitting the like goal, we're going to go ahead and break down the rest of the Michigan offense. It's going to be a little bit off meta. It revolves around this hidden formation inside of gun, wing, slide, offset. You can see there's three plays here. It's Z close duo, Z close flood, and Z close toss. If you want a further breakdown on that, make sure to watch my first video. So what you want to make sure you do here for this offense, you want to make sure that you substitute a tight end in this wide receiver spot here, because I'm going to be breaking down plays out of three tight end sets. So doing this, if you come out in the formation, seeing I have three tight ends now here, I can audible to other three tight end sets. So the two formations that I'm going to cover today, one is going to be gun wing pair, and you want to make sure your audibles are set as halfback toss, duo, fake toss verticals, and then PA tight end attack. The other formation is going to be gun wing tight Z. Your audibles, you're going to have zone option, inside zone, duo, and PA cross. This gun wing tight Z formation is mostly going to be used for runs, but you need to have a few passing plays in it just so your opponent can't simply just run commit or sell out on the run. So let's dive into the rest of the offense. All right, so first setup here out of fake toss verticals. I'm going to go ahead and look like this here. You're going to drag the tight end. You're going to streak your running back out of the backfield. This running back route is going to be your money route here versus zone. It's going to be very hard to user guard. Basically, we'll need to force your opponent to man him up in order to throw it. But then you also have this drag as a quick route over the middle of the field here. And I like this play better than tight end attack because this B post is much deeper down the field here. So you can pick up a ton of yards. Now, obviously, I kind of missed that there, the throw, but let's do it again. You can see it just clears the zones. It's a perfect deep route here. It's one of the best routes in this formation, personally. So the other play setup here that I will do, usually block my running back or streak him out of the backfield. I'll drag A, and then RB here, I'm going to put him on a hook. It'll basically just force your opponent to, if they're guarding the drag or guarding the hook, and just pick or choose which route that they want to guard. So like I also stated here, you can put your running back on a streak out of the backfield, put the tight end on a hook, go ahead and drag the other tight end here. But you can see the money route here is going to be this post route. It's so good. And then the last setup here looks like this. Out route, the wide receiver, the solo wide receiver here. You're going to streak A, drag your other tight end, and then you can typically block your running back. Now, what this is going to do, one, you have a quick speed out to throw, and then two, what you're going to be able to do here is basically just a coverage bomb or coverage beater. You can see you can go ahead and hit this guy in between the seams, and we're off to the races. All right, so let's go ahead and show what I like to run a PA tight end attack here. Only really have two plays. The first is going to be similar to a setup I already showed you, except we have a different tight end here on the post. You can see we hit that streak right out the backfield. Very easy yards versus zone. And then we have a little bit deeper angled post than the one in like tight end attack, which is why I like the PA play better. Now, the other thing that I will do here looks like this. I'll go ahead and flat this tight end, corner out this one, simply drag this one here. Now, this like deep post, you can either leave him on this post because it kind of goes outwards and up first, so it will occupy the deep blue on the right. Otherwise, you can just streak him if you want. But you can see these routes get open. We hit the drag. Then we have a flat corner option. You can see the corner right there. Nice easy dot. So versus cover two here, you'll run two setups that I just showed you. This will be the first one. You can see that you have the running back route again quickly out of the backfield. This is going to be one of the best zone beaters in this offense. This play right here is super good. So you can see we have the drag again, wide open. And then you can also, versus cover two here, look to throw this wheel on the right as it gets downfield. You can see right there. Look how many yards I picked up. That's ridiculous. So let's do it again. You can see with the post, hopefully we'll be able to throw it here in practice mode. Once it gets past the mid read, Look how much yards you picked up there. It's crazy. So the other play here is going to be this setup here with the hook, the drag, and then possibility to throw the running back streak out of the backfield. But you can see that hook wide open over the middle of the field. Very easy read, very easy dump off. Then if we just sidestep a little bit here, throw the drag, and then like I previously shown you, we get a little bit of time, wait for this post to clear. That mid read over the middle, you can see we had that route. It got bumped for some reason, but all right, call hike. Wait for him to bite, and boom, it is money. So versus double mug, very easy. All I do, I go ahead and wheel route my running back here, and then I'll simply go ahead and block this tight end here, and then I'll D the guy opposite in order to block the blitz, and then drag that solo wide receiver. So you can see we have a lot of routes here that will beat man coverage. First being this guy here. Let's do it again. Then you have a running back wheel out of the backfield as well. You can see obviously how good that is. We're just taking the top off. It's money. And then you still have the drag and the post up top as well. Let's do it here. So you have the drag, but let's take that post. Now let me just show you in the replay here. So usually somebody will have to user either one who's on the running back or two on this inside tight end. Basically this other post here on the right is also good versus man. You can see that separation he has. And in cut, he'll be even faster, so he'll get more separation. But here we really have like inside leverage. So this guy here will typically be usered by your opponent. So he's either not going to be standing here in the middle of the field. He'll probably be guarding this other post or one of the other underneath routes like the drag or switch sticking over to cover the wheel, which will leave you this route here for you able to throw it. So this play is very, very good against man. Let's dive into a few passing setups here out of Wing Tight Z. So we're going to show the zone beaters first, and then we'll show some plays versus man. Now what you want to do here for the first setup, streak a tight end on the left. You want to go ahead and drag this tight end, wheel your running back out of the backfield, and go ahead and out route this wide receiver on the right. Now I'll typically stem him down just for a quicker out route. But you can see you have this window here to throw to the running back pretty easily. You're going to have some easy setups here that you can use, especially if your opponent is selling out to the run. So you can see this post route or the crosser here is getting wide open. Let's do it again. You have a quick hitter to the drag. And this is with shaded down zone too, so you're able to dump that drag off pretty easily. So let's dive into another cover 3 play here. Go ahead and streak this left tight end, post this inside tight end on the right, stem him all the way down, and then we will go ahead and drag this tight end here. Now you can do one of two things here. You can either table out the running back, or you can just go ahead and wheel him and put the other guy on an out route. You can see you have the quick hitter out the backfield to the wheel. Throw the post here. Looks like this. Post is going to be very quick because everybody's stemmed down. You can see there, wide open, easy 20. All right, so my last setup here for cover 3 is going to look like this. I'm going to go ahead and corner out this tight end. I'm going to flat the other tight end here, and then go ahead and streak the outside corner, or sorry, the outside wide receiver on the right here. I'll usually go ahead and angle route my running back over the middle, usually streak the tight end here, just have a slot pass that you can hit quickly, just like that. Let's do it again. Running back angles out of the backfield, basically going to the opposite side of the flood. It's very hard for the user to guard that. So again here, you can see, boom, easy yards. Let's go ahead and show this play here. Hit the sidelines. You can see here, money, easy yards. So let me go ahead and show you a way to beat cover 2 pretty easily. Let's go ahead and set it up here. So it looks like this. You have a stem down out route on the right that you can hit quickly if they're in a cloud on the outside. You have this wheel route that you're going to get a lot of yards downfield. And then you can hit this streak vertically as well. And versus the CPU here, you're going to have a mid read over the middle, so I won't be able to show it in practice mode, but versus cover 2 here, seam streaks are very good. So we also have a drag underneath here to hit, and then a corner on the left that will usually stem up once or twice just to clear any clouds on the left. So let's run it here. See right there, took our easy yards to the tight end. Your money route is going to be this here, though. It's going to be this running back wheel out of the backfield. Let's do it again here. All right, so this running back wheel of the backfield is going to be your money route. You can see right there, easy yards. Now, you back it up a little bit, not really throwing it at the 30 all the time, and everybody's not going to be kind of crowded around it, but you'll have a lot more space here to throw that wheel. Right there, it's money. So you also have, I'll show it here real quick, on the left side here, the corner route. As long as we don't get shedded in practice mode here, you can just highball it over the top, and you can see how easy that is. So versus any sort of cover 0 blitz, what you want to do here is wheel your running back. That's going to be your deep route here. If you get enough time, lob it deep. Usually, if you have enough separation, you can score a touchdown. And then from there, you want to go ahead and drag one of these tight ends, block the other, and then you usually will just go ahead and ID the blitzing outside linebacker opposite him. So you can see we had all day there. Went ahead and dumped it off to the drag route right away. And like I stated, you can do the opposite here. So I'm blocking the other tight end, IDing this opposite guy, call hike. And you can see this drag now is wide open. And then if you just get a little bit of time here, you can throw the wheel route deep or hit the crossing or in route, whichever gets open. See right there, it's the crosser. That's more than likely a touchdown. Let's go ahead and throw the running back route here. Just need a second in the pocket. You can see here, we lobbed it up top versus the cover 0 and got a ton of yards. Go ahead and show the run plays out of wing pair. First up here, we're just showing the toss. The toss is going to be pretty good here against the cover 0. Usually you just have a window to take up the gap there. Now that time they just stopped him behind the line, but I'll run it a few times so you guys can see. You can see right there. You have a big hole, take it up right up the gap there. You just keep on doing that. It's going to be really good because we have 3 tight ends loaded on this right side of the field, and there's obviously man defenders, so they're going to go ahead and run into them, and then you can just take up the field and take up your easy yards. So the other run play is duo. Duo is not going to be very good against this alignment here for cover 0. It's going to be really good against like loop blitzes or like your stock standard defenses. So just coming out in like a 4-down lineman set here. You can see there's not really any shed by the defensive line here. We're just taking it right up the middle, taking all the yards that they give us. Do it a few more times here. See, that's easy yards, busted up for about a 20-yard game. Let's do it again. You can see just nice, easy, simple runs here, and it's going to get the job done basically versus any defenses. Just to reiterate, the toss versus like cover 0 defenses like 3-4 odd, 6-1, double A gap versus loop blitzes or like 4-down lineman sets. These duos are going to be very good. Now the toss will still be pretty decent against these defenses as well, but if you're facing like cover 0, those are usually what tosses are very, very good against. All right, so let's go ahead and break down the run plays out of wing tight Z. You can see the run plays here. You can either have zone option and duo, and then either 0-1 trap or inside zone. I have 0-1 trap set here right now, but you can see with the speed option here, you just take it right to the outside, obviously pitch it. Most of us know how to run a speed option, but it's a pretty solid speed option because you're running into a strong set here with 3 blockers, and then you can see I'm just taking with the quarterback there. Easy 10-15 yards. Let's do it again here. pitch it out. Look at that. There's a bunch of yards here. I kind of just ran into the defense. Versus like a man, you may be able to like pitch it too if you want to run something to the left side of the field. You can see right there. So like that's an option too versus any sort of cover zero defenses. Now the other run plays here, duo is going to be pretty solid as well versus these defenses, just because you have so many tight ends here that you can see that's the easiest 5 yards ever. The hole is ginormous. Let's do it again. See right there, we're just gashing them up the middle, and then you're going to keep them guessing just by mixing that in with the speed options and these outside pitches here. And then the trap is going to be pretty solid versus any sort of like, let's go to it here, any sort of like loop defense or 4-down lineman defense. So just come out and cover 4 quarters here. So I'm going to show you the trap. You just got to watch out for the defensive tackle there. Let's do it again. He's obviously going to pull over, and then you just take up the middle. You can see that's 6 yards. And then you can also still run these options versus zone. Very, very easy. So that completes my breakdown for my new Michigan offense. If you're either in the playbook already or want to try something new, definitely give this a try. If you guys do appreciate my content, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like today's video. If you have any questions, just comment below. We get to them as quickly as possible. We'll see you next time.